So at least there's some other people catching on to some of this. They just don't know how deep it is. Yeah, it's not just Harvard. Woke healthcare leaders are unfit to lead too. They are. It's a leadership problem at every single level. Everybody dictating the standard of care, dictating the medical care, dictating the nursing care, dictating the hospital care, all unfit to lead. This is a surgeon regarding American Center for Surgery. Elite universities aren't the only institutions that need to fire or force out their woke leaders. The resignations of Claudine Gay and Liz McGill from Harvard University and the University of Pennsylvania respectfully came after they demonstrated their commitment to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is racist, okay? Which has enabled the rise of racial discrimination and hatred on their campuses. Yet something similar is happening at America's most prestigious medical institutions. Yes, I've been saying this for 2 years. And as I've seen firsthand, medical leaders won't ditch DEI of their own accord. They need to be ditched like these university presidents. Consider the American College of Surgeons, of which I am a longtime member. Founded to promote the highest standards of surgery, the ACS has instead stooped to launching endless DEI initiatives, programs, and departments dedicated to them. Tellingly, voices that question this have been routinely silenced by its leadership. For instance, after I pointed out the lack of evidence justifying DEI in surgery, the ACS banned me from its online forums and blocked my access to its nationwide directory of surgeons. They don't want me telling my fellow surgeons the truth about DEI. Same thing that happened to me. That's why American Nurses Association blocked me. The ACS's leadership knows exactly what it's doing. They do. They know what they're going along with. That's what makes it sicker. Founded in 1913 to advance the art and science of surgery, the ACS proclaimed its mission was to heal all with skill and fidelity. That requires excellence in surgical care, yet DEI threatens excellence and patient care. The ACS leaders have turned their back on the reason for their organization's existence, much as Harvard and other elite universities have abandoned excellence in education in favor for radical indoctrination. The justification for this radicalism is the same across the board. The ACS, like elite universities, accuses society of structural racism. Right, they accuse everyone else, and yet they are the ones that are the racist. And claims that any disparities in outcomes are proof of it. In surgery, for instance, that means a lack of black surgeons and the generally worse health outcomes of black patients supposedly point to systemic racism within the healthcare system. But that claim obviously ignores real explanations, such as the lack of black applicants to surgery programs and a host of cultural, economic, and other factors affecting black communities. Regardless, the accusation of systemic racism has been used to lower standards for admission, a threat to patient care, and led to calls for racially preferential care, which is outright racial discrimination. That's why I say they're the racist. The ACS has even paid racist opportunists Ibram X. Kendi, whose appearance fee ranges from $20,000 to $30,000, to talk about racism in medicine and the need for so-called anti-racist discrimination, which is just reverse discrimination. Been saying it for 2 years, reverse discrimination. And it recently published a DEI toolkit. I've done videos about the DEI toolkit in healthcare to help surgeons such as me get over our whiteness and get on with implementing and spreading radical anti-racist ideology. The toolkit shows that the ACS is more interested in indoctrinating surgeons than improving surgical care. In such an environment, surgery will inevitably decline as radical politics becomes more important than real patients. Yep. Will anyone hold the ACS leadership accountable? Well, I've been saying that about the nursing and medical associations too. Who's going to hold them accountable? They'll just get rid of the people and put somebody else in. That's what somebody that's like them. They'll just bring a different, they'll just give a different speech. They just need the organizations that these are no good. Will anyone hold ACS leadership accountable? Harvard University and the University of Pennsylvania show what needs to happen. I wouldn't say those universities are going to change. They just got rid of those leaders. The ACS membership needs to clean house, getting rid of leaders who have been instrumental in or complicit with the rise of DEI in the organization. What this surgeon doesn't realize is it goes to the overall globalist problem. That's the PC's, but at least, there's some people seeing it. If Claudine Gay and Liz McGill aren't fit to lead those universities, then the leaderships of the American College of Surgeons isn't fit to speak for our country's surgeons. No, and neither is American Nurses Association for nurses. But so long as those leaders maintain their grip on power, act without accountability, and silence dissent, the divisive, discriminatory, and destructive ideology of DEI will continue to threaten the medical community, ultimately endangering American patients. Yes, it will. The reason that the DEI stuff isn't going to change, and even if it did, it wouldn't matter. The overall goal is this. This is really what healthcare, anybody who works in healthcare, you're going to see this become the overriding pattern. It's very disturbing. They're going to put cameras everywhere. I'm already experiencing this. And it's really, they're going to tell you it helps with this and it had benefits for that. They're going to do what they always do. The problem is it's not, because the people doing this don't care. They don't care. They know what they're pushing is racism. They know that AI should not be being used for the mere fact that where is the HIPAA violations here? In my next video, I'm going to show how there's like over a dozen hospitals in the U.S. and they're going to go in everywhere, that all these cameras are going in the OR rooms. And it's audio. It's not just visual, audio. Google made an AI doctor that can help diagnose patients. Yeah, who's going to take the liability if the AI is wrong? Yeah, so none of this is good. See, these people do not care. Just please, anybody in healthcare. I mean, I don't think that should be a surprise. So he claims that AI policymakers are looking for impartial, technically reliable, and timely assessments about its speed of progress and impact. Look, ultimately, they wanted to have computers do more because they don't have to pay the computers. That's the truth. Will they still need a few warm bodies? Yeah, but the AI will be over them. It will be. Eventually, it will be. It's stupid. That statement is stupid. Using AI to make healthcare more human. That's how sick these people are that are doing this. Literally, they're just, they're just sick people. But they're doing this everywhere. The Japanese government is driving the development of AI-based innovations that aim to ease the healthcare burden and enable professionals to deliver better quality face-to-face care. They're going to always say this is it. They are, but what it really is designed to do is serve the money bags at the top. They just aren't going to tell you that. They're going to tell you how it's going to help you. OpenAI CEO says AI will give medical advice to people too poor to afford doctors. An AI medical advisor, what could go wrong? Well, everything could, yeah. But again, as long as you have people and you have tech, and the people heading up nursing, medicine, all of these, as long as you have these associations and with the UN, that's the other major problem here, dictating the standard of care, it won't get better. Because everybody that is in the leadership role at the top of all this, of nursing, medicine, everything I always mention, they are all people that should not be leaders when it comes to what care looks like. And this is part of the reason a lot of this AI they're going to push in really fast here is because it's part of putting everyone in a digital gulag. So I've mentioned that before. Some people may not understand it. It's because then they know what you're doing on social media. Even they know what you're doing all the time. So if you get out of line or speak up, well, the AI for the HR department, you just won't get a job anywhere.